Alrighty. Hello everybody. This is Show here, and now, before we do start, let us give a brief little review. In the last part, a number of events have happened. And Deku, he has made a return as Spider-Man. There was a scare at their daughter's, or their children's, school. And Deku, him and Cindy both rushed over there as fast as possible. Ochako Ochako called them because she heard reports of an incident at the school where superpowers were being displayed. And that made Deku and Cindy rush over there to reveal that they were both alive. Two superheroes long thought to be dead. And that definitely said quite a lot. The world found out that Spider-Man was alive. They found out that Silk was still alive. And Deku and Cindy, they got their kids out of there. They were able to let their kids escape in the chaos while Deku handled the villains. However, he killed the Vulture here. The Vulture saw him turn and yell at his daughter and son to get the hell out of here. And the two looked at Deku like they weren't even surprised. They weren't even fazed to see Spider-Man show up alive. And that was definitely a problem. And Deku saw a threat. The Vulture could have put the pieces together right then and there. Why Spider-Man showed up to this school, why he's alive, why he risked everything to come here, and why he's so adamant about saving a child. I mean, the pieces sort of all fall into place. Especially whenever you kind of think about the idea whether or not Spider-Man and Silk, they might be together and have a kid. That's why they're both here. Now, Regent, obviously he may have been able to put this together. But Deku definitely had quite a lot of support. The world knows that he's alive. And right now Spider-Man, he is definitely inspiring people. Cindy got a costume from Black Cat. And Black Cat sent Deku over Kane's old costume. The one she kept all these years. Now, Deku knows taking on Regent is a very, very big problem. I mean, if he does need to kill Regent, he doesn't know if it'll be possible. On day 0, Regent nearly killed him, put him to the brink of death, but he survived. But now, on over 6 years of him reigning over the world, he has heroes, powers, and abilities he never had before. He's even more unstoppable. So Deku, he did one thing very, very simple. He created a serum that increased his spider powers, and he did some finishing touches on it before he drank it. Now, right now Deku and Cindy, they are in the Spider Cave. Yeah, it's a bad name too. Trust me, it's being workshopped. Now, Deku, and the amount of time he's been hiding, he has been building things. Yes, he tinkers around, but what Cindy's seeing looks like more than tinkering around. Deku's had years to build his stuff. He's had time to build his stuff. And he's had determination. Right now, though, Deku, he doesn't want to stand there. Him staring at himself in the mirror. It's been only 3 days, but he has noticed slight improvements. Right now, him going to bring his hand up. Him in Kane's costume. As when he does something to look in the mirror, he does it to flex his arm. And the outfit does actually to stretch and break. Deku tearing through it. Him still going to turn and look at his other arm. So he has felt improvements in his strength. That is noticeable. But Kane's outfit. Okay, so yeah. Black and red. Huh. It feels strange being in these colors again. You sort of got used to red and blue. Then again, black and red. Yeah, they're definitely his colors. But he's going to need to do a few things to this suit. Let's see. First of all, redesign it and make it out of some stronger material. Okay, he's planned for everything about this, so let's see. Where did he keep the Hey, how does this look? Deku turning his head. And right now, Cindy, she does someone gonna stand there. Her going to somewhat spin around and ask about her old costume. Since things definitely feel a little tight. And Deku does someone gonna stare at Cindy. Her someone gonna spin around again, asking him if he thinks it's her style. I mean, it has been a few years, but she definitely does feel a little bit more at home in this outfit. Hers are going to turn, smiling towards Deku. And Deku, he does something to stare on. I'm sorry, what? I stopped paying attention after you. Uh, huh? Wow. Still seeing stars? I'm seeing something. Yeah, okay. But seriously, though, how does it look? It looks good, but I mean, does it feel wrong or does it not feel right or I know I gotta redesign this thing. I mean, I've put on like 20 pounds of muscle in the last 3 days. So you're gonna redesign the costumes? Yeah, I am. Listen, it's gonna take me some time, so while I do that, we need to talk about the kids. I know, but isn't pulling them out of school a problem right now? I wouldn't necessarily say that. Region had forces attack the school. I mean, I'm pretty sure. Wait a minute, wasn't that one kid's name Franklin? Franklin! Jesus Christ, those are Reed's kids! Yeah, you're. Oh shit. Where do you think they are? Hopefully, S.H.I.E.L.D. found them. But then again, oh crap, if Region got them, that's not good. That definitely is not good. I know. Listen, pull the kids out of school. Get them out of the city if you need to. Ochako. Hmm? What about Ochako? She's a reporter, right? And, uh, well, no, no, um, hmm. I'm trying to think about this. We need to get them out of here if we're gonna be doing this. They could be used against us. I know, I know. Okay, okay. Oh yeah, no, that's definitely a bad idea. What is it? Um, I'm not gonna say 'cause it's definitely a bad idea. I'd rather leave them with Ochako. Or leave them with someone I just hired to take care of them and look after them. You want to hire a nanny to look after our kids while we try and save the world? Okay, it's either that or we have Felicia look after them. Or we have Ochako, who's a busy reporter in New York City and who can give us information when it comes in. Oh god, I hate these options. Fine. Fine. We'll figure this all out. Um well, there is another option. If you're talking about taking the kids to Shield, I'm against that. Okay. Well, I don't really know what else we can do then. It's either we keep them in the city or we just okay. Um, hmm. I do have an idea, but it's gonna take me a minute. Okay, and what's the idea? Maybe oh god, I know Genosha rebuilt. Izuku, the kids are not mutants. I know, but just listen to me for a second. If we head to Genosha, if we try to explain things, I'm sure Magneto would be willing to help us. Okay, okay, Izuku, let me try to explain something to you. Magneto's a bad guy. I got that. He doesn't like humans in particular. Okay? I got that part, but whenever he finds out we want to try and free the X-Men and free mutants who've been taken by him, he might be more open. Especially because they're an endangered species. That actually makes a lot more sense. Yeah. So, can I try to do that real quick? Or should we send a plane or a message? Or how do you really contact Genosha? Um, the computer right there works, right? No, Cindy, it's just for show. We're going to turn and walk towards the computer. As I do this, I'm going to turn and look at Cindy. As right now, Cindy, she's going to walk over and start to type a few things in. She's just to ask a few questions, wondering about exactly how far this tech might go. And Deku, he doesn't understand. And Cindy does try to do something quite simple. What she's going to do is try to use the private satellite this thing's connected to and find a Genosian network. Find radio signals or even chatter that pertains to Genosha and look there. Find out what exactly is going into Genosha and slip something in. Make sure it's obvious for them to see, no one else. And Deku, whenever he doesn't hear Cindy talk about that, he does get a walk up to help her. A coded message to Genosha. That's what they need. And Deku, right now he does get to do that. However, there actually is Magneto. Magneto just sit there. He was once a man in control of a city. A massive, wondrous place. But then, it was destroyed before his very eyes. He watched it fall. He watched his people be eradicated. He watched mutants just turn back into filthy humans. They were still mutants, his people. He did not want to abandon them. They were still mutants at heart. At Magneto, he allowed many to stay. The efforts to rebuild have been good. But most of the people here, they literally have nowhere else to go. They could contact family, but they're either dead, don't want anything to do with them, or think they still might have their mutations. And the ones who are able to go home, they're few and far in between. Right now, about, let's say, a tenth of Genosha's population, they've gone home. They're all back spread across the globe. And that's definitely hindered certain things. But Genosha, it has tried to carry on strong. And right now, Magneto, he does get told by somebody that there is a message for him. And the man doesn't want to stand. And he doesn't want to turn and ask where it may have come from. However, the person is going to tell him one simple thing. The person says they're Spider-Man. And they want him to let them land in Genosha. A plane will be coming soon. And Magneto, he's a bit more surprised. Spider-Man. But he thought that hero was long dead. The person turned to inform him. Spider-Man popped up again, and he's in New York. And Magneto does want to feel a twinge in his chest. The idea that Xavier is still alive. The idea that the X-Men are still alive. Their people aren't extinct. At least not as much as he thought they were. They're still on the brink. But maybe this can change. And Magneto, he does want to tell the person to lower Genosha's defenses for any approaching vessel or any approaching aircraft they see over the sky. If they don't get a response back from Spider-Man when an aircraft attempts to land, he'll deal with it personally. He'll make sure it doesn't land. And right now, Deku, he got a few things done. He ordered for a private jet, and his family, they were loaded up on it. him included. Him and Cindy, they went to Genosha. And his children, they were actually quite alarmed being up in the sky. But Deku made a few things quite clear. And there actually was hours later, where whenever the pilot, he was trying to figure out what to say because they're heading to Genosha, Deku, he told the man to step out. And the man was somewhat confused. However, Deku, whenever the man walked away, he grabbed onto the control for the aircraft and held it in place. Him gonna radio back in. This is your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man. Exactly why are you here? You see, there's the thing about that. I came here to try and ask you for a favor, but if I try and ask you for help, I know you'll decline. My people are left alone. That was all I asked. I do not interfere. They listen. We have an agreement. Your ceasefire, yes. Now, listen, Magnus, right? Your name is Magnus. Yes, it is. Listen, I'm trying to save New York. Me and my wife, and it's not the preferable option or method, but how about we make a bit of a deal? You come here asking for a deal, but you are not asking for aid. Yeah, listen, your daughter used to babysit my daughter. I can promise you, I'll try to retrieve her from Regent. I'll try to save every mutant I can who's been captured by him. I just, I'd like to keep my kids in Genosha for some time, until this all blows over. You wish to have your children here? Yes. Is that alright? You wish to save the X-Men, the mutants, but they are not of your species. Does that matter? No, it does not. You are cleared to land. I would like to speak with you personally whenever you arrive. Right now, Deku is going to turn and talk to the pilot. As the door is going to open, Deku does going to tell the man about exactly what to do. And to just, well, be careful. And the man doesn't understand. Right now, they are some of the only humans, air quotes, to land in Genosha. And that does give Deku a bit of a special privilege. Now, whenever they do get off of the aircraft, the pilot is going to stay on. And Deku, he does meet face to face with Magneto. And the man's a bit more surprised. Especially because whenever he expected children, he kind of only expected 2 or 3, not 4. And Deku, he sat down and talked to the man. The man was definitely quite intrigued. Deku is a special kind of person. Spider-Man. He doesn't see anybody different. He just sees good and evil. And that led Magnus to agreeing to keep these kids here. And keep them safe with his very life if he needed to. All he asked in return was to have the mutants freed again. And Deku understood that. The two can agree on a few things. And that does give them an even playing field to work with. Now, Magneto made a few things quite clear though. They are going to be following rules. And they will be following the laws here. And Deku told this to his kids. However, there was Deku. He talked about how they can remove their power dampeners here. And the moment he mentioned that, there actually was Ben. Ben, he immediately started to fumble with his watch. Him trying to pull it off. As there was where he was able to get it off. Him going to turn and throw it in his hand. Him going to shoot a spider web. And right now Magnus goes to turn and see that. The kid going to fly himself up into the air. And Deku, he turned to look back at Magnus. The man going to watch the other two spider siblings web away. And Deku, he turned and watched that. As he turned back to Magneto. And the man just somewhat stood there. him with his helmet on and going to turn around. Him somewhat trying to hide a smile, as he is going to tell Deku good day. This being where Polaris, she actually is somewhat going to step forwards. Her going to bring out her hand and actually extend it out towards Deku. And Deku is a bit surprised. I'm going to reach his hand out and shake onto hers. As she does, I'm going to turn and put something directly into his hand. Deku a bit surprised seeing a phone. Um, what is to stay in contact? Oh, thank you. Um, so, sounding a bit more out of my element here, exactly how does the time zone thing work? Because over in New York, I don't want to call at the middle of the night, and well, whenever it's day there, and you know, you really are Spider-Man, aren't you? Yeah, yeah. Listen, I'm just, I know your dad's a bit of a tough nut to crack, but Charles saw good in him. You really think so? I do. Yes. It's just, you guys have been through a lot. And on behalf of my species, I guess I'm sorry. I'll tell him you said that. Though, I do think that he might actually like you. Really? Yes. It is quite rare for him to actually at least not be hostile towards a human. I'll keep that in mind. Uh, yeah, so, Cindy, did you want to go or at least stay here for a second to see how the kids do things? We should probably go. Hmm? Um, can you do me a favor and take care of Eric? I will do my best. And again, I will make sure no harm comes to them. I do appreciate that. Trust me. If... Never mind. If what? If the world does go back to normal, and your species does start hitting mine again, that will mean a number of things. The world believes that my species has been wiped out, that we are just here on a little island, and that's all that's left of us is here. Spider-Man, if possible, do you believe that there's a way to restart the mutant gene? I'll have to look into that. Listen, I think Reed Richards is still around. I can talk to him and see if that's possible, but I don't really know. How many mutants were born in the last um in the last 8 years? There have been a total of 2 mutants born. Really? Yes, and that is a concern because that's global. Glo that is bad. Yes. I'll uh I'll definitely look into this. Appreciate it. I'll let them know that you are doing that for us. Right now, Cindy gonna somewhat turn. Her grabbing Deku by his arm as the two do start to walk away, heading back to the jet. Now, the two do go to walk to the terminal. And whenever they do go to actually walk on the runway, they do go to leave. And the pilot's a bit confused. Because this is the Izuku Midoriya guy, right? So he's dropping his kids off in Genosha? Huh? Are his kids mutants? Is he a mutant? Holy shit, his boss might be a mutant. That's cool. Right now the plane gonna pull away. And Deku and Cindy, the two just won't sit there. Deku somewhat tinkering around with a few things he brought on the plane. And Cindy herself does gonna sit in silence. Right now things feel strange to her. She's used to being away from Eric for a little long, but he's gonna be across the world while she's in New York. And okay, she is definitely freaking out a little bit. You okay, Cindy? Hmm? Yeah, yeah, I'm fine. Listen, I know you're worried about the kids, but Magneto is not an evil guy, I guess you could say. And Polaris, I trust both of them. No, it's not. I'm not saying that they're bad people. It's just I don't like being so far away from them, especially knowing we can just turn back right now and get them. Sure we can. We just have to chase them all down. And I'm pretty sure they're enjoying swinging around Genosha. Though, we'll have to talk to them about that later. Yeah. Do you think they'll be okay? Inko ripped off the doorknob to the bathroom last year. I'm pretty sure they'll be fine. Besides, if they're anything like us, they'll be okay. They have the spider sense, remember? I know, but that doesn't overpower the mother's worry for her child. I got it, Cindy. You told me it 1,000 times. I'm just concerned. Again, concern is warranted, but not trying to be that guy, but you're a little helicopter parent right now. Do not pull helicopter parent on me. Hey, hey, clear for takeoff. Jesus Christ. Fine. Yes, a helicopter parent a little bit, but it's good concern. It's warranted. I know. Listen, Cindy, I might look calm right now, but I'm freaking out on the inside. And I'm just trying to play it off. I got it. I know. Do do you think that they know that we're proud of them? Cindy, don't start talking like that. I just, in case anything happens, they know we're very proud of them. I hope they do. I hope they do. One of the two going to just won't sit there. And the plane does take them all the way back home. Now, while that does go on, there currently is in New York, where a man does go flying overhead. And he definitely has been having a nice day. Things have been a bit fun. And uh, hearing that Spider-Man's back, it's kind of thrilling again. Not thrilling, but interesting. Electro, though, he's kind of confused. The timing on it seems odd, strange, kind of weird. Yeah, kind of weird. I mean, the guy's been gone for a few years and now he thinks he can take on a world full of villains, a city full of villains? Yeah, he's seriously doubting his capabilities there. I mean, especially Spider-Man. I mean, come on, it's freaking Spider. Electro having someone smash directly down onto him. Astronauts Spider-Man smashed down onto Electro's back and threw his hands down. Him right now going to send Electro flying into the ground as the two go landing. And Deku, he does stand back up. As Electro, he does lay there in the road. Right now his back broken. And Deku does stand. Him looking around. As many people do to see Spider-Man. However, something is strange about him. I mean, yeah, they heard he popped up again, but look at him. He's in a new suit. Renodic is standing there. Him going to step away from Electro. As Reno Silk just come flying down. Her going to land as she actually doesn't look around. When people are staring at the two. Spider-Man and Silk are back. But Spider-Man looks bigger, right? I mean, it's not just their imagination. That on someone's mind. As a person, they do actually someone going to run out into the street. Them going to take a picture of the heroes. As Deku, he does look around. Nothing is off with his senses. His paralysis is in full swing. So where are other villains? Hmm. If he's back, someone he's actually somewhat looking forward to seeing again. Craven. Last time the two were on equal levels. So there's that. Hmm. Spider-Man! Deku looking up. A man running up to him, trying to ask him exactly what can he say to him for the news. I mean, come on, this can get him a pretty penny if he gives it to the Daily Bugle, right? Heroes are back. Is that it? Yeah. Also, Regent, I'm coming for you. That on Deku's mind. Him gonna turn and shoot out a web, as he does pull himself into the air. And right now there actually is Silk, who does a turn and swing away. Her gonna follow. And right now with Spider-Man, he made his presence known. And Cindy seems a bit more surprised. Deku took down Electro fast and easily. And Deku, right now he does go through the air. There are a lot of things in his mind. And he wants to test out how far his abilities can push him, how strong he can be. But there's only a few people who can think of who can withstand heavy blows. I mean, the heroes he can count on one hand, and the villains. Okay, so there's one person you might have to wait for them to pop up. And if they do show up, he can properly test himself. Or maybe not. That right now in Deku's mind. And as Deku does swing through the air, there actually is Regent's agents, who they've been tasked to bring in the spider. And Regent, he does decide to do one thing. He called together his Sinister Six, the people who they are loyal to him. And Craven the Hunter, he was on this team. He thought that at one point in his life, Spider-Man was the ultimate prey. He may have been a little wrong on that, but now he has another chance to hunt down the spider. Another chance to bury him. And ultimately, a part of his past. I mean, he can move past Spider-Man, right? At least that's on his mind. Now, with that being said, I do hope you guys enjoyed, and have an amazing day. I'll catch you guys in the next part.